And welcome back to the Fox Community Credit Union High School video stream game of the week, Joey. We had some technical difficulties. I'm really sure what the main reason was, but we seem to be back on right now.
Yes, we are, and just in time for another drive here by Xavier. Matthew Potter, the sophomore quarterback, who has one of the touchdowns for Xavier after falling behind on the third play, of the game on a 60-yard touchdown pass by FVL. It was 7-0 right out of the gate, but Xavier has since driven down the field, taking advantage of a lot of penalties by Fox Valley Lutheran, and right now they're sitting at 3rd down and 2 on the 4-yard line and marching across into the end zone. Touchdown. And that touchdown once again for Potter, this time 4-yard touchdown run. He scored on a 17-yarder earlier. And after falling behind 7-0, it is 19-7 now, with 3:24 remaining in the second quarter. We'll give you the scoring plays here in a moment, but we also have to hear from our sponsors. And again, thanks to Zach here. Well, I tell you what, running around behind the scenes, folks, you have no idea.
It's warm out there, I can tell you that much.
And the extra point is up, and it is good. And so your new score, it is now 20-7 with 3:24 remaining here in the first half. And one of our fine sponsors this time around is Fox Valley Lutheran High School. Do you find it difficult to raise Christian children in today's world? On September 20th, FVL Schools will host a presentation by Fox Valley Lutheran High School President Jeffrey Lohberger. He's going to address the topic of raising Christian children in an ungodly world. All parents are invited to join for the free event. On-site childcare is available for children ages 4 through 12. That's Wednesday, September 20th, 6:30 at Fox Valley Lutheran High School. One of the fine sponsors here this evening. 4-yard touchdown run there by Matthew Potter. 3 straight scores now after an opening touchdown pass, 64-yarder from Liam Hydges to Trenton Hine. Then scoring was Isaiah Desjardins on an 8-yard run. That came with 8:22 remaining in the first, tied us up at 7. A missed extra point after the 17-yard run by Potter with 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. So it's 13-7 until that touchdown right there. We came back right in time. And this time, this one's going to be taken right at the goal line and sprinting right straight up the middle of the field. What a run back out to about the 41-yard line. Had one tackle to break, and otherwise that was going to be 6 going 100 yards there for the Foxes. Instead, they will take over on their own 41-yard line with 3:16 remaining in this first half. A half that has been dominated, like I said. It really slowed down there with a lot of penalties. As far as the weather goes, I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
Don't know. So from what we can tell is we lost the stream shortly after kickoff, and really each team had a good first drive, but then it got stagnant for a little bit, but turnovers starting to play a little factor.
The quick pass across the middle, and that is complete to the tight end, Trenton Hine, who had that 64-yard touchdown to open up the football game. And this one is into Xavier territory now on the 39. Big pass play there from Hydges to Hine. Good mixture of throwing and running for FVL as expected here this evening. Coming in 1-0, Apple Bowl 2023. Glad that you could join us, staying patient with us here on our video stream game of the week. And the handoff to Egan. Run down in the backfield somehow. Going to try and make it back up to the original line of scrimmage before being knocked into the FVL bench. And they'll mark it right at the 40-yard line. And so it will be 2nd down and a very long 10. I guess he did get out of bounds. Clock stopped there with 2:41. Joey D and Zach Morris along with Gary Bileski, our camera guy, braving the elements out there. Sprinkled a little bit there for a couple of seconds. Here is the snap quarterback keeper by Hydges, and he is getting tackled. After, let's see, they'll give him 4 on that one. So big third down coming here for Fox Valley Lutheran. Clock runs. We approach the 2-minute warning. Neither team has taken a timeout yet. NFL is still not taking one. Clock runs down. You surprised they're not taking a TO here?
Not really, because you have plenty of time. You're inside the 40, 2 minutes. You trust your passing attack. You can take your time because you don't want to leave enough for the Hawks to do much if you're the Foxes.
3rd and 7 on the 36. I just fakes the toss back. He'll take it himself. Hit right at the line of scrimmage by Hippus. And he dives forward. And another flag is down, and FVL is marching backwards. This will be a holding call on the Foxes. Their 8th penalty here in the first half. And the flag is marked at the 38. And they'll say right from the 35, though. They'll mark it back 10 yards to just outside the 45-yard line. Big penalty, although they do get 3rd down over here. Clock will run inside, 2 to go. 3rd down and about 16 here on the 45. I just looking to pass all the way. Plenty of time, good protection up front, but good coverage in the secondary. That one's up for grabs, tipped around, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Nick Martin on the far sideline, but there were 2 blue jerseys there. That was a jump ball. Kind of lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Yeah, I just want to take his chances on the jump ball. I mean, right now, the only thing that's really worked for the Foxes offense has been the touchdown, and that came off the defender falling down on the ground, which ended up being a wide open score. And really, since then, the Hawks have just done very well defensively, being able to stop the Foxes from anything going. And they prove right there, got a big stop on 3rd down. Now it's going to be 4th and long.
Last week in their win against Winneconne, Hyde just had 2 interceptions. He's got 2 here tonight. McCormick picked one off, and McGlone picked one off as well. Here's 4th down. Punt team is on. They look to pin him deep. Good spiral kick. Take it inside the 10. The ball is loose. Who's got it? And Xavier does have it, but they will start in between the 5 and 6 yard line. With a minute 22 and all 3 timeouts left. But up 20-7 as we approach halftime. They'll start on their own 5-yard line. That's always dangerous. Anytime inside the 10, trying to catch a punt like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's never the easiest thing to do because there's so much you can risk on that.
Now if you're the FVL defense, bring it here. Try and get them to cough it up. And instead, somebody jumps on the defensive line. That's going to give 5 free yards to Xavier. That's been the story of the first half here for FVL. 9 total penalties. Taking their time marking this one off. And now you got 1st and 5 out on the 10, so the old breathing room, as they like to say. Minute 22 left to play. And a 20-7 ball game. Apple Bowl 2023. Now they're looking to see where they're going to mark this one. Yep, 1st and 5. It's marked. Potter and Hippus, who gets it? It's Potter again. Hippus with the block out front. Potter diving forward. And Hyde just with the tackle.
So 3 timeouts, I mean, plenty of time to figure out how they want to try to score before the half, if they even want to.
Get up to the 19-yard line, and now an official's timeout because we do have a player down, and hopefully he's all right. Jack Egan, one of the key players, 5'11", 195-pound senior. And that gives us time to take a quick break here with 1:17 left to play in the first half. 20-7 your score. Back after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pete Haley at North Star Dental Group. Have missing or broken teeth made you lose your smile? It's not hopeless. We're dedicated to providing exceptional care, a gentle touch, and stunning results at an affordable cost.
Cosmetic dentistry has helped thousands of people change their lives. North Star Dental specializes in restoring and replacing damaged or missing teeth and can show you cost-effective ways to achieve the smile you want.
North Star Dental, changing your life by changing your smile.
Back here at Rocky Blyer Field, Knights of Columbus Sports Complex, and just seconds ago a lightning strike was spotted, and as you can see, both teams have been waved to get off of the field as soon as you can. You do not want to mess with lightning when it's in the area, and so we've been hearing some people talking about how there's other games that are in delays as well. This one has now officially gone into a weather delay, so we will take a break as well. We will keep you posted. Your score's 20-7 with 1:17 left to play here in the first half, and officially in a weather delay. 8:05 p.m. We'll mark that in our scorebooks, and again, check back with us periodically. But I believe they have to wait at least half an hour before bringing anybody out after the last lightning strike. But again, a weather delay here. Your score 20-7. Xavier leading FVL in the Apple Bowl 2023 under a weather delay here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
And welcome back to our Fox Communities Credit Union High School video stream. Before we go, well, let's mention our sponsors for today because, hey, we're still broadcast. We're waiting for the game to
Absolutely.
resume.
We understand there are some people that are tuning in, wanting to know what's going on with this one, and we do appreciate you tuning in here tonight to our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week, brought to you by, look at that, Fox Communities Credit Union. Imagine that. Myron Construction, Fox Valley Lutheran High School. We got North Star Dental, Creative Imprint also on board. With OSMS, sponsor of the broadcast booth here. It's Joey D. and Zach Morris, along with Gary Bileski, our camera guy, who has come inside here with us. We are inside the OSMS broadcast booth because we are under a weather delay as lightning came into the area with 1:17 left to go on the clock, and it came into the area approximately 11, 12 minutes ago now. And, of course, you have to wait such and such amount after the last lightning strike. Everybody had to leave and go to their cars or over to the school or find somewhere safe to go because you don't want to mess with that. And there is a lot of lightning that is in the area. Your score is 20-7. It was 7-0 just 1 minute into the game. Liam Hodges to Trenton Hine, a 64-yard touchdown pass on 3rd and 10 to start the game for Fox Valley Lutheran. The extra point was good. And then on Xavier's first possession, they started on their own 30-yard line, marched 70 yards in 7 plays. Isaiah Desjardins had an 8-yard run. That came with 8:22 remaining. Extra point was good, tied it up at 7 apiece. Stayed that way until 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter. A 17-yard run by Matthew Potter. Back-to-back scores there for Xavier. Extra point was no good, though. We'll see if that comes into play later on in this game. 13-7 was the score there. They took advantage of an interception. Evan McCormick picked off Liam Hodges, and then they turned that into 6 points. Later on, they also turned an interception into 6 points. Interception by Carter McGlone. That ended up in a 4-yard run by Matthew Potter with 3:24 left to play in the first half, and the extra point was good, made it 20-7. So a couple of scores by Matthew Potter on interceptions, turning the defense into offense, and a lot of it on some penalties as well. Unofficially, I got Fox Valley Lutheran with 9 and Xavier with 4 here in the first half, Zach. So a lot of delays, including now a weather delay. What a way for the Apple Bowl to roll on here in 2023.
Yeah, and for those, say thank you for sticking around as we had technical difficulties. Shortly after kickoff, we'll never know. Maybe it was the weather, maybe? Who knows?
Let's blame it on that.
Well, we got it back up and running. So, yeah, it's 20-7. Under a weather delay, there was a last strike, I think about 8 minutes ago, maybe 7, and it's an
had
odd,
a good thunder rumble, too.
And here's the thing. It's an odd atmosphere because there's barely a mist coming down. But we caught lightning just in the nick of time, and it just past the area. We have some air horns going on from fans because I'd be bored, too, in your car. A few people look like they're heading out or just trying to find out what they want to do for tonight, but it's just an odd feeling because it's like it's not downpouring. We had a rain delay a couple of years ago, or I think it was during spring football. We were with Gary too at the Bonta Bowl, where same situation where we had a weather delay, but that was just a constant downpour, and you knew there was no way the game was going to come back. It seems we're definitely going to have a game. Gary mentioned how the stronger weather is going south, and this happens from time to time again. You don't see it too often. At least I haven't run into many weather delays. I think this is my 2nd time on a broadcast. I mean, that shows you how rare for me it is. Mm-hmm. And we can go multiple seasons in the right area of the state of Wisconsin. But it was mentioned earlier that from Gary that New London was on the first delay, which kind of showed you that it was going to hit the whole valley as Nina Menasha, 13-0 Nina leading the Blue Jays. That's also in a weather delay, and I could just assume the whole entire area in the Fox Valley is in a delay.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
more,
You kind of heard Mike Bates there.
they're going to run the last 1 minute and 17 seconds in the second quarter. It's the intention from Xavier. They want to run out the clock and go into halftime. The only difference, Joey, is unlike your average halftime, we're just going into the next quarter. We're just going to go right into the third. So there's no half. Because technically, if you want to look at it this way, we're in our halftime break right now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And, yeah, that'd be kind of silly to come out and try and do anything unless you're FPL and you want to try and force them to turn over, because they are pinned pretty deep, down on about their, let's see here, they'll be on the 19-yard line. It's 1st and 10 on the 19-yard line, but minute 17 left to play in the first half. And so that's a situation here is we'll wait and see. Hopefully we will get football going again here this evening in the Apple Bowl, the 37 time for the Apple Bowl, 53rd game overall in the all-time series between Xavier and FVL, the annual rivalry, the oldest prep football rivalry in the city of Appleton. Pretty prestige here. And, well, here it's 20-7 is the score. And, again, thanks to everybody for tuning in here. I believe we will
We'll take a break in just a moment. I'm just trying to get some scores from around the area, but I'm guessing things have not been updated for a while. We mentioned earlier the fact the Menasha Blue Jays were trailing the Neenah Rockets in their blue and white game, 13-0 with the Rockets having the lead. Fond du Lac, they trail Franklin at halftime, 24-6. As I continue to scroll through what we have, Wrightstown, they're up on Wapaka 22-0. Waunakee leads Green Bay Notre Dame, two well-known programs. Waunakee leading 23-0 over Green Bay Notre Dame. Appleton East Patriots, they lead Appleton West 44-0. In the second quarter, Freedom leads Seymour 3-0. And here's our game, as we're going on the scores, 27 to Xavier over Fox Valley Lutheran. And Oshkosh West leading, and of course it chooses the West Spartans 21-0. Oshkosh West Wildcats with the lead. So those are some of the games going on in the area. And it's also hard to keep tracks now that we have Thursday games to get used to. So we'll be back with more of the high school video stream with our Fox Community Credit Union video stream with our sponsors Myron, Creative Imprint, North Star Dental Group, and Fox Valley Lutheran High School. We'll be back with more after this. One update to pass. We did get notified at 8:42. There'll be a 3-minute warm-up, and then we'll be back to action. We'll play the end of the second quarter, as we mentioned earlier, and then go right into the third quarter once the second quarter has completed. So we're basically in halftime. So again, expect coverage to begin around 8:42, 8:45-ish after the 3-minute warm-up. That'll be in about roughly 10 to 12 minutes. We'll be back with more on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week in just a bit. And just a reminder, players will be on the field with their 3-minute warm-up. We have the timer on the corner. And once their warm-up is done, they will resume the last minute of the second quarter. So we should be probably back on our stream, I would say, in roughly 5 minutes. So again, once the warm-up period starts, you'll see the timer on your upper right-hand corner. So you're listening to the Fox Community, also watching the Fox Community's Credit Union video stream. Xavier Hawks leading the Fox Valley Lutheran Foxes 20-7.
We're bringing it back here to Apple Bowl 2023 on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. Joey D with you. Alongside here, Zach Morris and Gary Bileski, our brave cameraman, braving the elements here for just a little while. And the elements all of a sudden even changed in the last 2 or 3 minutes here. Zach, describe what just happened.
So we were waiting and waiting. Once the delay was over and we just announced that fans were let back into the stadium, the wind has just picked up, and there was no wind through the whole entire evening. And now we have wind like right into the press box. So you're talking some strong winds where kicking is going to be kind of interesting when we talk about into the second half and how that's going to alter some game plans.
20-7 is the score after a quick strike to open up the game. If you're just joining us, and thanks for staying patient with us here. We are expected to play a full half of football yet it's 20-7. FEL had a 7-0 lead on the third play of the game on a 64-yard pass from Liam Hydras to Trenton Hine. That made it 7-0, but that was it for FEL in that first half. They were really straddled backwards by their penalties. 9 of them unofficially that I had tacked on there. 4 of them for Xavier. And a couple of turnovers that turned into 13 Xavier points. They turned a couple of interceptions into a couple of touchdowns. One of them had the extra point that was missed. And so that's where we sit right now. Touchdowns by Matthew Potter, a 17-yarder and a 4-yarder. Isaiah Desjardins had an 8-yard run as well. And as we've been telling you through the break, it's first down and 10 on their own 19-yard line for Xavier. That's where we stopped play at approximately 8:05, and here at 8:45 after the lightning strike delay, we are underway, but not for long. They have downed it and going backwards. Was that officially some kind of penalty maybe? But they moved it backwards. Indeed they did, so it will be 2nd and 14, and now they down it. That should do it with 30 seconds left. The teams will run over, and then, well, we will have a restart here. FEL won the toss, and they decided to take the opening kickoff, turned into 7 points for them, which is what you like to see. But then you get down like this going to halftime, and you give the ball to Xavier to start the second half. And so we will take a break here as we are officially at halftime. 20-7 is your score. It's a Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pete Haley at North Star Dental Group. Have missing or broken teeth made you lose your smile? It's not hopeless. We're dedicated to providing exceptional care, a gentle touch, and stunning results at an affordable cost.
Cosmetic dentistry has helped thousands of people change their lives. North Star Dental specializes in restoring and replacing damaged or missing teeth and can show you cost-effective ways to achieve the smile you want.
North Star Dental, changing your life by changing your smile.
See some of the youngsters being introduced officially here at halftime. The future of football here in the Appleton area. The young Saints, as they are known. It's got to be a big honor. And, hey, they stuck around through the weather delay. And we have to just for you on our video stream game of the week. Joey and Zach and Mr. Gary outside.
Who's now having the toughest part of the broadcast.
What'd you call it? The Gales?
Well, the Gales in November turn early. I mean, these wins are outrageous.
It really wasn't. It just came like all of a sudden, and Gary looks into the window and said that temperature dropped at least 10 degrees in a matter of seconds.
I felt bad. We had to close the windows because we had the equipment. Didn't want the monitor to fall down and your paperwork. And we just like, hang in there, Gary. We're just going to close these windows. It's cold out there.
Fire up the Wizard of Oz theme here. You're going to see some witch flying across the sky here. Rocky Blyer Field, Knights of Columbus Sports Complex, on what was a beautiful start to week number 2 of high school football, but here in Northeast Wisconsin all of a sudden turned into a delayed
All right,
situation.
Joey, so what will that 1 minute and 30-second halftime affect both these teams going into the third quarter?
Well, let's see. The game plan has totally changed, Zach.
A lot of time to think about what you want to do.
That's right. This is where the coaches make their money in the last minute and a half. And the kickoff is taken by Potter on the far side. He's looking for some running room coming to this side, and the second half will start as one of the stories of the first half. We've got some laundry on the field. And again, our brave referees out there as well. And the flag is out there down on about the 22. Illegal block in the back against Xavier. So that will be their 5th penalty of the game. We'll back him up from right there with 11:51 showing on the clock. Xavier will have it for the 7th time this evening. And they will start officially on their own. They're still marching it backwards. So at the 14. Yep, their own 14-yard line, 1st and 10 for Xavier. Looking for that first win of the year. Losing last week to Luxembourg Casco. And a huge win this would be. There's so many reasons. But we got a whole half to play yet. And Potter will keep it once again. He had quite a few rushing yards there. The sophomore quarterback, it's him and Hippus. They kind of line up next to each other on a lot of plays, trying to throw off the defense as to who they're going to snap it to. And they do it again. Gain of 6 on that one, up to the 20-yard line. 2nd and 4. It's Potter again, looking for some blockers. Working right tackle, and instead taken down by big Josiah Robert. Cody Liebzeit also in on the play there. Big defensive line here for FVL. Here's a 3rd down and 3 situation on the 21-yard line. Starting half number 2. You can hear the wind blowing into my microphone. It is blowing in pretty hard. And is this a penalty? They're going backwards, yeah. Another penalty here. This is huge. Instead of 3rd and short, back them up 5 more yards. Back-to-back penalties here to start the second half for Xavier. They're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's a big thing right now for the Foxes because, yeah, you're down by 13, but the wind change and all of a sudden a lot of aspects of this game turns that was not even a factor in all that first half.
Ball marked back on about the 15-yard line. Again, it's Potter. Slips and falls on that wet turf. Not going to get the first down. Falls just shy of the 20. It'll be 4th down for the Hawks. And you gotta figure, too, not just the wind here, but how about the wet grass down there? You're seeing it right. There is some stadiums in the area still with regular grass and very tall grass here at Rocky Blyer Field.
Yeah, I mean, it's rare now when you hear, hey, we have natural grass for football. Oh, not turf yet. Surprising.
And so it will be the punt team on for the Hawks. A little confusion here, trying to get lined up. Hippus puts a boot into it. That's a good kick, taken at the 39-yard line. And a run back out by David Schumacher. And it will be Fox Valley Lutheran football inside Xavier territory with 9:43 left to play. Here in the 3rd quarter, FVL gets it for the first time in the second half.
So right now for the Foxes, I mean, they could be the beneficiary of the storm going through as we have rain slowly coming back.
Mm-hmm. And now we got to grab some of the equipment to cover up Gary and our equipment as well. Another little cell starting to move through the area. Can play in some rain. It was with a nice stop that time of Jack Egan. Egan, a bulk of the load this season for Fox Valley Lutheran. So we now have to start to cover up inside here. The rain blowing hard up against our windows. It'll be hard to see outside here. I got some binoculars here. Hopefully it'll help me see through the raindrops. It is 2nd down and 9. Give right side again. It's Egan. And clock will run. He stayed in bounds at the 39-yard line. So 2nd down and or 3rd down and about 4. On the 39-yard line.
So dealing with rain, wind, and a long delay, I mean, there are a lot of different factors now that's going to change this game around, and this is where Xavier has to buckle down on defense.
I just looking left, pointing in that direction. And he hands off to Egan, faking the pass play. And Jack is run out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. And is it, boy, that is really close. And they're moving the chains. Just enough for the first down. On the 35-yard line, got it by about an inch, but that's all you got to get it by. Move the chains, and I think he was pushed out, so the clock will stop with 8:20 left. 20-7, FPL trying to answer after Xavier came up empty on their first possession of the second half.
A lot of fans trying to figure out what they want to do. Some are running away, some are trying to come back, trying to deal with this rain, wind.
Another flag, and this one's going on Xavier. They were in the neutral zone. And so that's going to give 5 yards to, or back up. No, good to get 5 yards, I should say, to FEL.
We talk about trying to simulate game situations in practice all through summer. This is hard. Is this hard to adjust for some players where you were running around for a good portion of that first half, a long delay, a lot longer that you normally go through, and some players have a hard time responding to this?
All right, just back to pass. Has some time and overthrows the intended receiver, Nick Martin. And I just left that one just short, and I'm sure the weather's going to affect the passing game, no doubt about it. And that's something that I just did very well last week. 260 yards, 4 touchdowns in their victory over Winneconne. The wind, the rain, and the soft turf. Playing in the elements here on this Friday night, week 2. Apple Bowl. I just takes it himself. They called his own number and getting tackled at the 25. And are they going to move it? Had to get to the 25. It's on the 24. Good for a first down for the Foxes. Inside 8 to go. Quarter number 3. FEL on the drive. Started this one in Xavier territory. And they're still marching. Just getting some good protection there. Looking towards the end zone and in and out of the hands of Nick Martin. A lot of contact there, no flag. Martin, if he hauls that one in, it's 6 points, but instead, back it'll come for 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was a perfect opportunity for him. He was wide open, a great turn to have that opportunity to make the catch. And he'll be thinking about that all night, trying to fall asleep, just thinking, I had that right in my hands and let it slip through.
2nd and 10 on the 24-yard line. They'll line up. Wide receivers out to each side, one in the slot. I just will give to Egan. Still on his feet, lowers his shoulders, banged out of bounds. Up near the first down. He may have stepped out about 2 or 3 yards shy. So 3rd and 3. Gone the 17 is where they mark it. I feeling good on this drive. Mixing it up a little bit. Trips to the right and left. 3rd down and short. Direct snap, and he dives forward. Hit first in the backfield there by Quentin Lumsden. Didn't get him, but it did slow him up a little bit, and he'll be just shy of that first down. 4th and 1. Big 4th down here. Got to get just over that 15-yard line.
Yeah, this is a play that's going to alter the game.
Trying to get him to jump, you could tell, with some hard counting. Didn't work. Now Egan comes up to see what the second call to play is. And he gets the lead block, and he gets a first down. Still on his feet there for Hodges before finally being taken down by Evan McCormick, but he's got a first down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the Foxes.
And what I meant by an alternating play, you have to remember, Joey, almost the first half of the third quarter is already gone. So this is a drive that took a lot of time, and you're in the situation where you need to get 2 scores. You don't get that first down on that last play, you're in a dire situation with the weather conditions.
1st and goal, they'll mark it between the 7 and 8. And the give to Egan. He's got some running room right on into the end zone. Touchdown, Fox Valley Lutheran. They are back on the board. They scored on their first possession in the first half. They score on their first possession here in the second half. And it's 20-13.
What a great play there. And again, this drive, right what the Foxes needed. Now we're going to see how Xavier's able to respond with everything going on.
Extra point team is out. And the kick is up. It is through the uprights. Your new score with 5:59 remaining here in the third quarter. 20-14 now your score here in the Apple Bowl on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
A weird night as far as the weather situation and also on the field. Man, what a game we have. It's 20-14. Long way to go in this one. Tick under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter as we play on through the weather situation here in the Apple Bowl. This one, like I said, a long way from being over. A 7-yard touchdown run by Jack Egan, his first of the night. His second of the season after getting one last week. Kick is away and taken on the 10-yard line. Here's Potter. There he goes. Grabbed from behind, still on his feet. Knocked out inside the 30-yard line, down at about the 27 is where they'll mark him out. What a run back by the sophomore. And they'll start with really, really good field position on this possession thanks to the special teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great job, and that's what the doctor ordered for them. You need special teams to help you when your team is struggling or just having a hard time on the last 2 possessions. It's a great play there.
And there's a sideline warning officially called on Fox Valley Lutheran. So not a penalty. They want a drier football. It is momentarily, well, I think it's still kind of sprinkling out there. But the wind definitely died down. We had lightning. We had a little bit of rain. Not really much of a downpour. And then just off and on sprinkles here to start the second half. And this will go on the 27-yard line officially. After the good run back by Matthew Potter. 1st and 10 for Xavier. They'll bunch up this formation. Direct snap to Potter. Wrapped up, taken down, and guess what? A penalty marker flies. Gabe Krieger with the stop. And we'll see what there's 2 markers down. 2 of our officials saw the same thing, and what they saw was to be determined. Got a personal foul face mask on Fox Valley Lutheran. Their first of this half, their 10th of the ball game. This one, a costly one. Our officials tonight, John Herman, Gary Reinecke, Nick Rodell, Richard Rodell, Richard Schwartz of Poisippi. And they'll mark it down on the 11 1st and 10, so they can still get a first down. And here's the keeper, and stopped on another flag. Comes in late this time. There's another one. It's happened a lot in the first half, and same here. Flags are basically at the same position inside the 10. About the 8, they're still talking things over. Looking around, and here is the call. Personal foul. Face mask again. Back-to-back face masks on the Foxes. And it's 1st and goal. And I don't know if they were set or not. Now more flags coming in. I don't know if the officials were ready yet. They got to let them get the football set. I think the referee was still calling the penalty on the last play, and Xavier wanted to hurry things up. Let's mark it on the 4. 1st and goal on the 4. They officially say the 3, I guess. I'm going to say the 4. Who do they give it to? It's Potter on the keeper. Stuffed but still on his feet. A good stop there again by Gabe Krieger. He's made a couple of stops on this drive. Down to the 1. Yeah, we'll call it 2. 2nd and goal. When it's in between the yard lines, they kind of give them the extra half there.
It's a big set of downs for Xavier, trying to score right after the Foxes did.
Here's Hippus, and he has stood up. Did not cross the goal line. Again, guess who was there? Gabe Krieger. Well, he comes from that defensive end spot in a hurry. Inside the 1. And we've got an official's timeout to talk things over. Not sure what discussion might be here. 20-14. Xavier scoring, or looking to score the first points here for them in the second half after a 7-yard run by Jack Egan. Looking to answer. 3 of the referees talking things over. One of the Foxes players, it's Lucas Pappendorf.
I think he just happened to be in the area.
Shrugging his shoulders. Now we have big-time discussion, and the referees are telling Xavier to get back. Pappendorf's putting his hands up in the air like they're talking about him. What is the situation here?
Did one ref see the player get past the goal line for a touchdown? Is that being discussed? I don't think it's about a penalty. Unless they picked it up right away, we didn't see it.
I didn't see any yellow on the field. What might the talk be about? Well, the officials running back to their positions. Yeah, they're coming over and talking with Dave Hinkins, 23rd year. Long-time successful head coach here at Xavier. Well, you could just tell, talking with him before the game, how big of a game this is for them every year, but especially this year after losing last week. You always want to win this game no matter what, but he was very, very passionate in our pregame interview. It'll be 2nd down and goal on the 1.
So a do-over, it's being ruled.
2nd and 1. They start the clock. Potter gets it, and they had that one snuffed out. Did he get across? Did he get across? He did not yet. He did not yet.
Ooh, so we had a long discussion on that last one.
They'll mark that one on the one, so officially went nowhere.
Now, there were whistles, and I do believe his knee was down before the fumble.
And so it's 3rd and goal. This time walking in for 6, touchdown Carter McGlone. And it is now 26-14 with 4:06 left to play in the 3rd. Carter McGlone becomes the 3rd different Xavier player to score, this time on a 1-yarder. Up by 8 now. They'll ring in the extra point team. Taking their time going far, far away. And they'll go for 2. And a timeout's taken by Xavier. So we will take a quick one as well. Back with the extra point try right after this.
Creative Imprint is your local source for custom apparel. With quick turnarounds, we have you, your business, team, or organization covered. Our state-of-the-art facility with skilled design and production employees allows Creative Imprint to bring your design to life. Whether it is screen printing or embroidery, you will be able to see and feel the quality. Creative Imprint can accommodate orders of all sizes, so give us a call or visit us online at creativeimprintapparel.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pete Haley at North Star Dental Group. Have missing or broken teeth made you lose your smile? It's not hopeless. We're dedicated to providing exceptional care, a gentle touch, and stunning results at an affordable cost.
Cosmetic dentistry has helped thousands of people change their lives. North Star Dental specializes in restoring and replacing damaged or missing teeth and can show you cost-effective ways to achieve the smile you want.
North Star Dental, changing your life by changing your smile.
And Joey, what did we miss?
We missed a 2-point conversion. Evan McCormick got the handoff and got the push from behind. Put 2 more points up, and it is now 28-14 on the successful 2-point play. After the 1-yard run by Carter McGlone. And they add to it by 2. Now it looks like a regular football score. After they missed an extra point earlier in the game, they make up for it right there. 4:06 left. 2-score game for Xavier. NFL will get it back. It's just been that kind of game, and it just keeps going and going and going.
You know, this is now another huge possession now for the Foxes. Now, really, only 2 minutes went off that clock from that last quarter. I mean, from that last drive. Only 2 minutes vanished, so there's still plenty of time left for the Foxes to try to get a score on this possession and get right back to where they were.
Minute 43 to be exact. They started on the FVL 27, so a 27-yard on the good run back, if you do recall, by Potter. Took it back to the 27. Yeah, they're looking for a football. They're looking for...
Yep. They're looking for the ball to use for the kickoff right now.
Yeah, they're running it in. Could hear everybody on the sideline yelling, ball. Can't play the game without one of those. So let's put on the tee. And we will have yet another kickoff. We've had plenty of those. Both teams scoring on their last possessions. Xavier came up empty on their first possession of the second half once we got going again. This one taken in the end zone, and that will be a touchback for the 3rd time this evening. FVL will start on their own 20-yard line with 4:06 left to play here in the 3rd. Touchdowns tonight by Trenton Hine and Jack Egan for Fox Valley Lutheran. Isaiah Desjardins, Matthew Potter with 2, and Carter McGlone with 1. McGlone known for defensive prowess as well, but scoring on the offensive in that last possession. Comes FVL again from their own 20. How do they answer? Give to Egan. He's got to cut back 3 or 4 times, and McGlone's right there to meet him, trying to pop that thing loose. Good job holding on to it. You practice that all the time. Once you get that handoff and you get 4 or 5 blue jerseys just trying to yank at it. But he tucked it and got 5. 2nd and 5 now on the 25. For the Foxes. Looking to go back-to-back after winning last year 24-15. Already topped that total from last year in this one. And working right side, diving forward across the 20, good for a first down. On the quarterback keeper by Hodges. He's showing his danger with his feet and also through the air. Do a little bit of everything, can Liam. Got 7 on that one. 1st and 10 on the 32. Egan now comes up to whisper in the ear, Jack. Or of Liam, I should say. Jack gets it. Again, a cutback, and again, McGlone is there to wrap him up. Sean Utri also a part of that tackle. Up to the 34, gain 2 at 2nd and 8.
Well, able to get a first down on the first set of downs. Great job by the Foxes because they need to put points on this board. Taking time off the clock, and that's what they did the last possession. This is going to be huge because when you're a 2-score game and you're not a quick-moving offense, at least they haven't appeared that way so far in this game. With the rain no longer being a factor, but it's still windy out there.
Old Glory is a-flapping right by the scoreboard here at Rocky Blyer Field in Appleton. And this time it's Hodges faking everybody out, taking off running. He's got a first down, finally tripped up over there on the far side by Jonah Gentry. But not before he scampers all the way up to the 43, 44-yard line. 1st and 10 Foxes. They'll run the clock right at 2 minutes left to play in the 3rd. They'll break the huddle, and well, he faked everybody out there. Everybody thought Egan got the football. Instead, it was Hodges. Receivers to both sides. Here's the snap. Jumping over the first guy, and might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Coming in on the stop, Luke Wolski. And McCormick got a hand on him as well. Hear that name a lot here tonight. Evan McCormick, Carter McGlone. Leading the defense for Xavier. Minute 10 and running here in the 3rd.
You mentioned a minute 10. I mean, this is not a quick, but a 2-possession game, and they can still try to get this in their favor. But still, it's nice that they're moving the ball forward.
And his number is called again and again. No gain on that one. Coming in and yanking the neck of Hodges backwards. Cole Hippis.
Nice job by the Hawks to be able to get a stop there. Now you're going to force a 3rd and long. And that's just what the Hawks needed to just try to end this possession without any points against them.
And they will have to run a play here, I do believe. Clock inside 30. They may be acting like they don't have to, but I think the play clock has begun. Could be the final play of quarter number 3. On a windy, crazy night here, Rocky Blyer Field. Will it be the last play of the 3rd? 3rd down and 9. Back to pass. Still looking. Now he fires it opposite side. Nobody home. He just had to get rid of that one before getting pummeled. It will not be the last play of the 3rd quarter because we still have 2 ticks left on the old clock. Punt team is on for the Foxes. That's a big stop by the Xavier defense.
Yeah, that's a huge stop because being able to find a way to just move on off of this possession after getting the big touchdown, this almost started to seem like a back and forth game where we're going to have a lot more scoring, but great job by Xavier to be able to get their defense off the field.
4th and 9, punt team is on. Matt Kramer, senior punter's got a good leg, shows it there. Bounces straight up in the air. Which side does it go? It will go dead on the 25-yard line. And that will be the end of 3 quarters of play. Their score 28-14. Gives us a chance to talk about Fox Valley Lutheran again. Fall football, an exciting tradition at FVL High School. Tradition of excellence both in and out of the classroom, whether it's music, sports, academics, or co-curriculars. FVL students well prepared for the challenges of the world today. Caring teachers, timeless truth, and a state-of-the-art facility make FVL an outstanding choice for those important high school years. To find out more about Fox Valley Lutheran High School, call 739-4441. Or look them up on the web, fvlhs.org. Fox Valley Lutheran High School sponsor here this evening, Joey D. alongside Zach Morris, Gary Bileski, manning the camera through everything that we have faced tonight. We have finally reached quarter number 4. Zach, what are you expecting in this one? Xavier gets it to start it.
Xavier just needs to be able to put some points on the board. If they could get up 3 possessions, I think this game gets pretty tough for the Foxes to climb out of this. So, really, this is more important for the Foxes to be able to get the ball back and not allow any points. So, we'll see if Xavier can try to put this game away early.
It's got that kind of feeling if they do score here. Clock will stay running. Potter was dragged down right, might have got an inch or two. It'll be 2nd down and about 10. Might have pushing backwards, actually, back a yard, so that officially goes down as a sack for the FVL defense. 2nd and 11 on the 24. And you just keep it on the ground here. Well, that's Xavier football here this year once again anyway. And trying to keep that 2-score lead, maybe even add to it. Little spin move there, then covering up the football. Up near a 1st down. We'll see where they mark this one. They had to get out to the 35, and yes, it is by the nose of the football. Move the chains. They'll restart the clock as well.
Yeah, great run there by Xavier after not getting anything on that first run. Doing a great job, continuing to move the ball forward and just going right at the Foxes.
Matthew Potter, only a sophomore. Coach Jenkins likes what he sees in him. This time is Potter again, working right side, still on his feet. Takes a lot to get him down, but guess who? Gabe Krieger. The 6'1", 155-pound senior. Also plays wide out for FVL. A lot of two-way players for both of these teams. It'll be 2nd down and 6 on the 38. Big possession here for Xavier. As they pack them in again in their formations. You know what they're going to be doing. Each and every play. See if FVL can stop them, and they're not going to stop them that way by giving them 5 extra yards. The middle of the defensive line put a foot over the football there.
Heard a drop. I was just hoping it wasn't our equipment. I don't see anything flying around.
Oh, they're calling it on Xavier. They must have had too much of a hard count there. It goes against the Hawks. Will back them up 5, so my mistake on the early call there.
2nd time on this possession where the Hawks have been in a 2nd and more than 10.
Here's Potter, and on the end around, it comes to Des Jardins, who scored the first touchdown of the game on an 8-yard touchdown run. Came way back in the first quarter with 8:22 remaining. That tied this game up at 7. That's one of his first touches since then. And on positive yardage, he'll get up to the 39. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Huge play here for the Foxes.
Guinness Potter touched in the backfield, but then wrapped up right there at the line of scrimmage by Nick Martin.
And the reason why Martin was able to get that tackle was all the traffic behind the line of scrimmage. And a good play there by the Foxes to try to get this ball back on the punt.
Punt team is on. 4th and 4. Hippus comes on to punt this one away. And backing up will be David Schumacher. Haven't called his name too much this evening. After a big game last week. He had 4 catches, 117 yards, a couple of touchdowns last week. And the left-handed boot is a wobbly one. Where are they going to mark this one? It bounces on the track here to the near side. And it's wherever the referee saw it fly over the out-of-bounds line, and that's at the 47-yard line. They'll start in their own territory, will the Foxes, but that's pretty good for them.
Yeah, that's what you want. I mean, a great job being able to hold on defensively. Now it's all about your offense. And again, Xavier can they're still in full control, being up by 2 touchdowns. This going to stop, and you're right back at it. And right now, I mean, for the Foxes, the question is, how much time do you need to score 2 touchdowns and get another stop defensively? Just about over 3 minutes there for the Hawks. I mean, great job when you only get 1 first down to burn 3 minutes off the clock.
So, I guess the big question here, Zach, is this a must-score possession for FVL?
Unless it's 3 and out, no.
Back to pass, some time there, going deep, and he threw away too deep. Looking for Schumacher. Would have been his 3rd touchdown of the year, but too much air under it there for...
Well, the long passing, and this was before the wind arrived, it was on a broken coverage, the fact that you had a receiver wide open. There's just been not a whole lot on this passing attack for the Foxes, and... You know, even if it's quick 3 and out, Joey, they can still punt and play defense and try to get the ball back with plenty of time left.
So it's 2nd and 10. This time they'll go to the ground game. It's Egan. Tripped up by Carter McGlone again. Cross midfield so they get into Hawks territory, but it's going to be 3rd and about 5 on the 48. 3rd and 5 here. 8 minutes and counting. Yeah, I'll go ahead and say it for the first time in regulation. For the Apple Bowl. Xavier trying to get it back. Here is the sneak. And it's fumbled, and diving on top of it was Hippus. An unforced turnover. I didn't see a hand get on anybody. I think as he was heading towards the ground, he just lost control of it, and Hippus pummeled it. And Xavier gets it back with 7:54 left to play on the fumble recovery.
What a great job by the Hawks. I mean, the thing is, he did a great job of being able to get the first down, but it was the hit he received. It was so powerful. Knocked the ball right out of his hands, and it's not the end of the game, but now you need to make sure you get this first down, and there was a lightning flash, but it may have been far enough away for not to be any of our concern.
You heard the crowd with the oohs and the ahs. Getting the show here tonight. We had a lightning delay earlier. Here again is Potter, still on his feet. And he goes down after a 9-yard gain. Gabe Krieger stripped it out, but he was down. It'll be 2nd and 1 in FVL territory.
It's actually a great run to be able to take time off the clock as well.
2nd fumble recovery of the game, 1 for each team now. 3rd turnover on FVL, and each time they have given it to Xavier, they've scored on the ensuing possession. They do here, might seal the deal in this one before Mother Nature comes a-calling again. They'll take as much time off the clock as they can here, get it down to about the 7-minute mark. Potter looking for some blockers. And diving forward, out of bounds, and by about an inch there. Should move the chains, indeed it will. Referee says move them on at the 47. And now Krieger It looks like he's favoring his left side, kind of hobbling off on his own sideline. He did not go out of bounds, so the clock will run. That runs in Xavier's favor. You get a new set of downs, and the clock still runs. 1st and 10 now in FPL territory.
Gary just let us know because this really affects him being outside. There are some weather cells on the way. Now there's kind of a push to try to get this game over.
Here's Potter, speaking of a push. FPL, he's pushing FPL backwards. He sure doesn't look a sophomore out there. I had to check my roster more than once. Another 1st down for Potter. It's been all him on the ground tonight with a couple of touchdowns. I would imagine well up over 100 yards on the ground. 1st and 10, 36, 37-yard line, 36. And again, another minute runs off there. 6 minutes left. Exactly halfway through this 4th quarter. Looking to put a cap on the Apple Bowl. Potter, and we have whistles. What are we doing? And that is going to go on Hawks. Moving a little bit too soon. That will be their 5th penalty of this half. They only had 4 in the first, so 9 overall for them. 11 for FEL. I know from Indiana, but my math says that's 20 total penalties. We've had a lot of stoppages of play for yellow on the grass. So it's 1st and 15 on the 41. As we reach for some more cover for our camera out there.
Yeah, starting to rain again as some more cells are on their way, and it's going to be interesting how this game progresses in the next 5 minutes.
Here's Potter again, and he is ankle tackled by Nick Martin, among others. Schumacher also in to complete that tackle, pushing him backwards. So,
got some final scores, Joey. Neenah leading the Menasha Blue Jays 33-0. As it refreshes on me. I know Appleton East defeated Appleton West. Kaukauna defeated West De Pere 25-22. We saw West De Pere last week.
2nd and 13 on the 38 here. Rain is coming down. I can see him through my binoculars really well. Here is the direct snap, and jersey tackled is McClone, who scored the last score to put him ahead 28-14. We may have to start shutting things up again here.
And I feel so sad for Gary out there. We have to shut the windows to protect our equipment.
Coming down. Good job, Gary. Keep it safe out there, buddy.
We'll see you when the rain goes by.
Goodness gracious, is it coming down?
I think you're starting to see it now. We've been saying it's been raining, but this is now the heaviest it's been coming down.
By far. I'll try and give you the best play-by-play I can. I'm looking through, and I do see the players in my binoculars. That's Hippus with the end around to Des Jardins, and he's still got it. He cuts it back up across the middle. He's still on his feet, and he is going to run into the end zone. Touchdown, Xavier. A 38-yard run, the 2nd touchdown run by Isaiah Desjardins, and that should put this one away for the Hawks.
Just a great run, had an open gap in the middle, and just turned and ran all the way to Pater. Great job there.
Desjardins with the 38-yarder, 34-14. Yeah, he did. That was definitely a result of the wet conditions because he had more than one hand try and get to him, but just slipping right off. How he kept his footing, I don't know. And the extra point is up. It is good. And so your new score, 3:47 left to play in the 4:35-14. Back at the end of this one right after this.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Communities mean everything to Fox.
It's in our name. It means giving back and moving forward through life's changes. It means evolving to give you the best personalized financial services. Fox has been here since 1937. Times have changed, but our focus hasn't. It's about our members, today and always. Fox Communities Credit Union. Make life happen.
It's 35-14 the score. Xavier with the lead on FVL. After the 38-yard run by Isaiah Desjardins, his second touchdown run, equaling Potter for the touchdown runs. The rain keeps on coming down. We just had a really, really good downpour. And again, it has let up. Just never know. And the wind keeps picking up also. The window almost all the way down, but it still wants to peek through the little crack that I have in the
Just
window.
tough conditions, but we're inside, so we can't complain too much.
Kick is away from Seidler. He put a boot into that one, and it'll be taken. Nice stiff arm, cutting it back upfield was Schumacher. FVL will get it with 3:39 left to play. We'll get it back. Walter with this credited with the stop. Where are they going to mark it is the question. Ooh, more lightning. You can hear the oohs and ahs.
See, now it needs to make sure it's that required distance because you really don't want to delay with 3 minutes to go.
The calls a block in the back on the Foxes. Their 12th penalty of the game. Have not helped themselves in that category, so now they'll start on their own 17, 1st and 10. With 3:39 left, let's see if we can get the ball game completed here as far as on the clock goes. Egan with the carry. He worked it left side. Evan McCormick among those. Stopping him. He got 7. It'll be second. Got 8, I should say. 2nd and 2. And again, Old Glory getting a little moist and windy out there. It is flapping. It's right by the scoreboard. Blowing right towards it. 2nd and 2, and everybody on, all the wide receivers were jumping, looking to go downfield. Instead, back them up. 5 more yards for the Foxes. Their 4th of this half after 9 in the first. And so, turnovers really have been the story, and all 3 turnovers for FVL. Guess what happened? Xavier scored.
Yeah, and that's a huge part when you look at this game, how it's progressing, because in that last turnover really altered this game.
Here he comes. Here's Liam Hodges. And he is smacked out of bounds. It'll be a first down for the Foxes. At about the 35, so a 15-yard pickup roughly on that one. And it'll stop the clock with 2:41 left to play. Through it all, there's still a lot of people still here. They want to see that, at least as far as Xavier fans, that trophy presentation. They will still have it. Just heard Mike Bates say that. As they do before the handshakes, I believe. Once again, Hodges looking to go deep. Pumps it up in the air, and he throws it out of bounds. Good,
Yeah,
good job by Desjardins on Martin.
Just drifted a little bit too far from the receiver, and the defensive back. But I think that's just the wind taking that ball.
Could be. Blowing in that direction. You don't have to toss it up far for it to take a ride. Stops with 2:34 left, a 2nd down and 10 on the 35.
Speaking of rides, I'm sure Gary can't wait to get the ride out of here after being outside for these conditions.
Wish we had a camera on Gary. That'd be fun. The Gary cam. Been through a lot here tonight. And Egan once again. Stiff-armed out of bounds by Hippus. 3rd down and long for FVL with 2.5 to go. (35-14). It was 20-7 at the half. After about a 40-minute delay for Lightning. We got back at it.
After our own delay, for those who stuck around for that, great job, and thanks for listening.
I just looking to throw across his shoulder. He puts it up for grabs. And Des Jardins had it, and out of his hands, also there on the coverage was McCormick. It popped up in the air momentarily. McCormick sliding on his rear end, could not make the catch, falls incomplete, so it's 4th down and long.
Yeah, we almost
for his favorite target there in Martin.
We almost saw the game just come to an end right there, but still a good pass defense.
Well, the Foxes will have at least one more play here. Back up deep in the huddle. It's 4th and 9, or very long 8. On the 36. And they're getting in the punt formation. Kramer, nobody as deep as another little Lightning showing off in the distance. Everybody getting out of the way of that one. Bounces backwards again. This time it'll be Xavier football on the 32. With 2:15 left to play in this one. In the Apple Bowl will switch sides this year after a 24-15 win last year by Fox Valley Lutheran. They had won 5 of the last 7. '37 Apple Bowl. And of course, they'll try and just run this thing out much as they can. Here again is Potter. He's got some room, still going. Can they catch him? I just has him from behind. And Potter stopped out at the 45-yard line, NFL territory. (23-yard run. Move the chain. That'll be 1st and 10. Inside 2 minutes left to play now, right on the 45. Just got to run a couple more plays here. And that'll be it. Looking over to the sideline to see when to actually snap this football. Or when they call a timeout.
You want to time this perfectly.
And they will take the knee on the 49. Will Hippus. Officially a 4-yard loss on that one. Minute 20, so they'll have to run 2 more plays here. Possibly. What a game, though, man. Working through the through the elements, both teams and everybody here, actually. The fans, the broadcasters, the workers.
It's been an interesting atmosphere, to say the least.
Got that right. Another knee taken. They'll have it one more time. It gives us time to tell you about who each team has coming up on the schedule. As the crowd realizing what's happening here for Xavier. Xavier going to go to 1-1 on the season. Next step doesn't get any easier. They head to Freedom. And that will be next Friday. They actually play on Friday. And that is going to do it. Xavier running over to the sideline. 35-14 going to be your final score here tonight. And they will do the handshake first, the good game, good game, good game, and then the Apple Bowl will be presented to the Xavier Hawks, who go to 1-1 on the season. That feels good for Dave Hinkins and his squad. A tough one coming up with Freedom. As for FVL, they will be taking on Shawano at home next Thursday. There'll be a whole slew of games on Thursday night. That is next up for FVL. They fall to 1-1. And final thoughts on this one here, Zach Morris. What do you think?
It's a great game by Xavier. A great job to rebound from week one. I mean, that fantastic way. And that's what they wanted to do, using all aspects of their game, defense, offense, and special teams. As for the Foxes, there were some good successes they found in this game, but plenty to work on as they enter into week 3.
Each team 1-1. But the big trophy goes back over to Xavier. They have now won 3 of the last 4 Apple Bowl trophies. And again, I want to thank all our sponsors, including the Foxes from Fox Valley Lutheran, as I bring up there. What to talk about, Fox Valley Lutheran. And let's get the right one here. There it is. If you find it difficult to raise Christian children in today's world, September 20th, mark down that date. FVL Schools, a presentation by President Jeffrey Lohberger. He'll address the topic of raising Christian children in an ungodly world. All parents invited to join him. For a free event, on-site childcare is available, children ages 4 to 12. It's Wednesday, September 20th, 6:30 p.m., Fox Valley Lutheran High School. For more information, visit their website, fvlschools.org. If you take off the logo there, you can see the old bowl trophy that's about to be presented here to Coach Hinkins. Now, right at midfield, this is a big, big moment for both schools as FVL watches. Here come the Hawks. They got it. They raise it high. 3rd time in 4 years. It'll stay on this campus that we are at. They're doing the jump around at midfield as the Hawks win it over FVL here tonight. Thanking all of our sponsors, Fox Communities Credit Union, Myron Construction, Fox Valley Lutheran High School, North Star Dental, Creative Imprint, OSMS, Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists, sponsor of the broadcast table here that got a little damp on this Friday evening. Next up for us, we have Thursday night action. Myself and Gary Bileski will be down in Oshkosh for Kimberly and Oshkosh West. Papermakers and the Wildcats going at it next Thursday. Mark that on your calendars. Lots of Thursday night football next week for week number 3 of the high school football season. And again, approximately 7 o'clock for that kickoff down at UW Oshkosh at Titan Field. All right, that's going to do it tonight for my broadcast partners here, the cameraman, Gary Bileski, and my sidekick here, engineer extraordinaire on site and color broadcaster here, Zach Morris. I am Joey D, bidding you farewell from Rocky Blyer Field and the Knights of Columbus Sports Complex. Final score here this evening, Xavier 35 and Fox Valley Lutheran 14. This has been a presentation of Woodward Community.